mountain for 40 them days. He didn't know eat, he didn't know sleep, the price he had to pay. The Father called him up there to give him the law. Thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not murder, Elohim is all. Listen to me. I hear them jumping, jumping. I hear them singing, singing, singing over there. Singing over there. I hear them jumping, jumping. I hear them singing, singing, singing over there. Singing over there. Elohim said to Moses, your people have sinned. Get down from this mountain of perversion, there's no end. Go handle your business before I strike them dead. Go punish all the leaders for all the blood they shed. Listen to me. I hear them jumping, jumping. I hear them singing, singing, singing over there. Singing over there. I hear them jumping, jumping. I hear them singing, singing, singing over there. Singing over there. I hear them jumping, jumping. I hear them singing, singing, singing over there. Singing over there. Listen to me. I hear them jumping, jumping. I hear them singing, singing, singing over there. Singing over there. Said to Moses, I hear the sound of war. Moses said it don't sound like war, it's like a party going on. Listen to me. I hear them jumping, jumping. I hear them singing, singing, singing over there. Singing over there. I hear them jumping, jumping. I hear them singing, singing, singing over there. Singing over there. I hear them jumping, jumping. I hear them singing, singing, singing over there. Singing over there. I hear them jumping, jumping. I hear them singing, singing, singing over there. Singing over there. I hear them jumping, jumping. I hear them singing, singing, singing over there. Singing over there.
All right. I'm back. My name is Shamsuf Arif, and this is the Real Talk for Real People Study program. I, along with my lovely Isha Lasanya, is the administrator of the church. But I won't be calling on her tonight. She's at a post, but I gave her a day off. But Brother Koch and I, we've been doing this for the longest. It's kind of hard to get two old fellas like us to stop studying. You all should be inclined to study. Well, just like the song alluded to, some of us have become content and complacent and lethargic. We simply want to have a good time, but we don't want to put in the work, which we need to be doing. Put it in the work of studying the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and certainly study his chosen people and are the enemies of the Most High, because for all intents and purposes, they are the enemies of the Most High chosen people also. The evidence speaks for itself. But before I introduce my dear brother and friend and fellow elder, Brother Cottrell, I simply like to make some contemporary points. Some of you may disagree with some of the preambles I just spoke about. Lethargy, complacency, and contentment of our people. But the evidence speaks for itself. We have become complacent the violence, mistreatment, abuse, and domination, and sometimes killing one another in our communities and our families. We have become lethargic. What we said, that's just the way it is. Don't even worry about it. We have become content because we have confined ourselves to believe nothing's going to change. You may differ with me, but the evidence speaks for itself. Don't lie to yourselves and each other. Take an honest look and evaluation of our families, our communities, and see what it looks like. The worst case scenario of that is this. Our people have been socially engineered and conditioned to not investigate, to not study, to not turn over any leaf across any T dot any I. Just take our word at it. Case in point. Some of us are inclined to say, well, brother, why, sister, why are you not doing this and that and the other? Why are you not doing your due diligence, moral obligation to study your beginnings? Not only to study your beginnings, to investigate them. Here's how social engineering and enhancing look. Oh, fool, you don't know what you're talking about. Leave that alone. Don't even be talking about all that old stuff. I ain't got no time for that. But you do have time to mistreat, abuse, and dominate, and sometimes kill one another. But you don't have time to do a thorough investigation by virtue of your studies. The evidence speaks for itself. Content, lethargic, socially engineered and conditioned to take whatever your slave master said and say, oh, that's the way it is. No, that's the way they want it to be because they are intent on writing your narratives, telling you your history, telling you who you are, and what you should be doing. Yet you are complacent and lethargic. I ain't got time for that. The evidence speaks for itself. But I do offer blessing to those who knows the constructs, the testimonies, the commandments, the Almighty. Those that love their people with all their heart, mind, soul, and strength, as should be, as themselves. And those that really don't have problem with other nations per se, as long as they're in confinement with the Most High. Yah, all praises and glory be to your awesome and almighty name. Wake up this universe, Yah. Along with waking up this universe, specifically our people, Yah gives them wisdom, give them understanding, and mostly give them humility, because we are still a stiff-necked and stubborn people. We like to party, just like that song said, but we don't like to put in the work. Well, we need to put in the work. And bless these students who are elected to come study with Brother Cottrell and I. Bless your name, Yah. Bless these students. Hallelujah. So without further ado, as I promised, I won't bring my lovely Isha Nasanya on, but she's at her post because she is more obligated and duty-bound to do her thorough investigation and research of the Most High Word. Brother Cottrell, may the Most High bless you, my dear friend. Your mic is hot.
Thank you, Brother Yamsufari. May the Most High bless you and my sister, Yesanya, and our whole nation. Bless Yah, oh my soul, and all that's within me. Bless his holy name. Giving all praise, honor, and glory to the creator of the universe, the heavens and the earth, Elohim of our fathers, Abraham, Yitzchak, and Yisrael. giving him thanks, praise, honor, and glory for his wonderful works towards the children of men, especially for the children of Israel. Praise Yah and bless his holy name.
Thank you, Brother Cottrell.
And
Fellow
y'all,
students, as prompt. Yes, my brother.
you said a mouthful out there. You threw a lot out there.
Yes, sir.
And you said we were lethargic, complacent, and content. And that's part of social. That's part of social engineering and conditioning that we've been under for 400 years. Social engineering and conditioning spells out sick. They've made us sick, socially engineered and conditioned. And it's equivalent to Stockholm syndrome, which we know a famous case was Patty Hearst. Patty Hearst got caught up with the Symbionese Liberation Army. They kidnapped her and demanded a ransom from her father, who was a billionaire. And lo and behold, because Patty Hearst was affected with Stockholm syndrome, she's robbing banks with the Symbionese Liberation Army. So was she in control of herself, or was she outside of who she really was because of the social engineering conditioning that the Symbionese Liberation Army did on her with the Stockholm syndrome? Because that's the condition we find ourselves in. You mentioned our ancient fathers related to that song. I see them jumping. I see them singing. Our ancient fathers, our ancient Israelite fathers and mothers, they saw Yah like no other people on planet Earth ever saw him. We haven't seen that. Not one Israelite in America has seen the works of Yah like our ancient fathers who came out of Mizraim. And there's something defective in us from that time till now. Imagine them having been socially engineered and conditioned by the people we facing now. At least Mizraim showed us some favor, but these people are trying to kill us. So with their social engineering and conditioning of us, they never want us to make that connection with the Most High. And the Most High is not showing himself to our people like he did our ancient fathers, who still didn't get the picture when he brought them out in the wilderness. Praise Yah, bless his holy name.
Thank you, Brother Cartier, my dear brother and friend, and fellow student teachers. The reason why I said student teachers, no reflect upon Brother Cartier. It just means that we keep up our studies, as you should be doing. Brother Cartier, you made some valiant points. The right on point. Praise the Most High. Thank you, Brother Cartier.
Praise Yah.
Fellow students, as promised, Brother Cartier and I, we issuing this instructions tonight. From the book of Tehillim, Psalm 119. You may be much more familiar with the Greco-Roman name, Psalms, chapter 119. Beginning at the stanza 121. The sixth Hebrew letter, meaning I and spring. Ayin. Brother Cottrell.
I think you're in 113. Samek.
No, we read that yesterday.
You read Samek yesterday?
Yesterday? Yes, sir.
Okay.
If I can get a clarification from the Sonia, if she's available. The Sonia, can we get clarification? Yes. Thank you, Sonia.
No,
going back.
We're in. Okay.
Going back to studying. Going back to study. You ain't got to put in no work. You just go on study. I'm looking after my Esau folks. That's what a husband supposed to do. Look after his Esau.
I think we did noon yesterday.
No, hold on.
No, we did noon on 11/11. And then we did Samich on 11/12. Tonight is 11/13. We're in. I'm like, is he in? We're in
Ayin. So we do that tonight.
Yes, sir.
16 Hebrew letter. Thank you, Sonia. Thank you, Brother Contra. Thank you, fellow students. Brother Contra will conclude the studies tonight. Excuse me. Excuse me. Let me clear my throat. In the book of Devarim. Now, you might be unfamiliar with this Hebrew name. You might be much more familiar with the Greco-Roman name, Deuteronomy, chapter 10. The second pair of tablets. When them folks were jumping around when the first tablets were brought down. All right. So without further ado, Brother Cottrell, you ready to proceed into the study?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Brother Cottrell. Thank you, Nasanya. I just don't listen to Sonya. Stanza 121. The writer says, because he understands the Most High Word, I've done justice and righteousness. Based upon the Most High Word, he's suggesting, inferring, and implying. As a result, do not leave me to my oppressor. Don't let them get the best of me, y'all. Stanza 121. Be surety for your servant for good. Be like an insurance for your servant for good. He knows the MO of these kind of people, the writer. He says in reference to these people, do not let the proud oppress me. These prideful people, they oppress me. Certainly, the evidence speaks for itself in these contemporary times. Aren't they proud people? Aren't they oppressing you? The writer knew what he was talking about. Proud people oppress you. Stanza 123. The writer says, my eyes fail from seeking your salvation. What he's saying, I'm putting in the work. I'm investigating. I'm crossing every T, dotting every I. I'm not leaving no leaf unturned, no stone unturned. I'm studying you, y'all. I'm focused on you, y'all. I investigate, I study. I don't take anything by chance and a happenstance. I'm not lethargic. I'm not complacent. And I'm certainly not content. That's what he's saying. Why? My eyes fail from seeking your salvation. Why? Yah's righteous word. He wants to know Yah's righteous word. He's putting in the work. He's putting in the work to the extent that his eyes are failing him from seeking Yah's salvation by way of Yah's word. So he wants to know Yah's word so it can have a domino effect by knowing Yah's word. He can have Yah's salvation salvaged of his soul being restored for the Most High name's sake and his body being restored for the Most High name's sake because man wasn't designed to die. But by virtue of our mother Eve and our father Adam, it brought about death. Stanza 124. The writer says, he's not looking for nobody else's mercy. Nobody mercy at all. As we all should be inclined to not look for anyone mercy. He said, deal with your servant according to your mercy, Yah, in regards to my soul being restored for your name's sake, in regards to my body being restored for your name's sake. You judge me, Yah, and let me deal with your mercy and teach me your statutes. Yah, I have to know your way to do your way in so many regards. Teach me your statutes, Yah. I want to know your protocol, your procedure, your codification. I want to know your testimonies. I want to know your commandments. I want to put in the work studying because I want to know him, Yah. Why? He says in stanza 1, I am your servant, Yah. And as a result, I am your servant, Yah. I'm putting in the work to study you, Yah. Give me understanding. I want to understand the whole dynamics, Yah. But here's the key point. What the writer is saying, in order to get this understanding, you have to have wisdom. Give me your light, Yah. Wisdom is the light. If I got that wisdom, I got that understanding, Yah. If you ain't got no wisdom, you ain't got no understanding. You don't have that light. And he says, that I may know your testimony. That's why I need that understanding. I need that wisdom, y'all. I need your light, y'all, that I may know your testimony, that I may understand them. And stanza 126, the writer says, he's frustrated in this time frame. I don't know what's happening in this time frame when he wrote this beautiful segment of this song, but something was going on. To the extent, the writer says, it is time for you to act, oh yeah. Whatever's going on, he asks, yeah, it's time for you to act. He didn't say it's time for me to act. It's time for Yum Suf to act. It's time for Cartrell to act. What we all should be subscribing to. It's time for you to act, oh y'all. Why should y'all be acting? For they have regarded your law as well. They say it's an old thing, y'all. You're old, y'all. We got something new in place to supplant you, y'all. The creator, almighty, awesome of the universe. Y'all show yourself. Show them who they messing with. It's time for you to act, y'all. He says, for they have regarded your law as void. It's null and void. We got something new. Just like in these modern day times. Stanza 127. The writer is so immersed in the Most High Word by virtue of his studies. He said, therefore, I love your commandments, y'all. Why do I love y'all? Because I had studied them, I'd investigate them, I put in the work. I want to know what I know. I want to know all that I can know and then some. Such to the extent that I love your commandments, y'all. They're not difficult. More than gold, more than physical things, y'all. Yes, more than fine gold, more than monetary things, y'all. I love your commandments more than all the gold in the universe. More than all the fine gold in the universe. That's what I focus on, y'all. Your word. That's my delight, y'all. Your word. That's why I put in the work, y'all. To know your word, not only to know your word, y'all, by virtue of the study of your word, I want to understand what I say. He said, therefore, in stanza 128, your precepts, y'all's precepts. Therefore, your precepts concerning all, I want to know all you said about anything, y'all, in regards to everything, y'all, in regards to this creation, in regards to humanity, in regards to Adam and Eve, in regards to Moses, in regards to Joshua, in regards to Deborah, in regards to Queen Esther, and so on. And I want to know about the animals. I want to know about the universe. I want to know about the trees and the birds and the bees. Therefore, all your precepts concerning all things, I want to know everything in regards to what you said about everything, y'all. I want to know everything. I got to put it in the work, y'all. Why does the writer say this? I consider this to be right. I consider studying your word to be right, y'all. I consider focusing on your word to be right, y'all. I consider that your word is not void, null and void, y'all. I consider I love your commandments, y'all. That's why I'm going to put in the work. And why in conjunction with that? I hate because I hate false ways, y'all. I want to know the truth, nothing but the truth, and all the truth in regards to everything, y'all. Because you are the creator of everything. And I want to understand it, y'all. I consider it to be right. That's all our mindset should be. Because the word of Yah is right in regards to everything. And in conjunction with that, the mindset should be, I hate. Reason why I want to know Yahweh, because every other way is a false way. Every other way is a false way. Praise Yah. Bless his holy name. And may the Most High bless this right. Brother Cartrell, my dear friend, any comments on the commentaries?
All praise to the Holy One of Israel for the writer of this particular Tehillim, this particular psalm. And Yamsuf, I'm glad you broke it down to taking one letter every night.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you.
Because it's in conjunction from what we've read. And this psalm is to measure yourself as an Israelite. Because guess what? We all servants of Yah, aren't we?
Yes, sir.
And if you're serving Yah, you need to know what your duty is as a servant, right?
Yes, sir.
So the writer in verse 123, my eyes fell for your salvation. Isn't that what we all waiting for?
Should be.
And the fact that when Yah brings salvation, it means that he's going to destroy the wicked, right?
Yes, sir.
And he's going to bring back his scattered nation back to our land, to our inheritance.
Yes, sir.
So obviously this writer is in captivity or scattered somewhere because he's waiting for what? Yah's salvation.
Yes, sir.
Verse 125. I am your servant. How many of us are Yah's servants?
All of us, Brother Country.
The whole nation of Israel is Yah's servants. Give me understanding. Do Yah's servants need to understand what their job is? Serving Yah?
Yes, sir. Yes,
that
sir.
I may know
certainly do.
your testimonies. Not Matthew, not Mark, not Luke, not John, not Peter, Paul, Mary, whoever. Whose testimonies we looking for? Because we're serving him. Yah's testimonies, which is why we study Yah's word from what? Bereshit to Malachi. Because we have to know, as servants of Yah, what he's saying. Right?
Yes, sir.
And this writer says, it is your time, Yah, to work. He wanted Yah's salvation then. Judge the wicked right now. Bring your salvation, bring your judgment now in my time. But we know that was way back in ancient times that he wrote this.
Yes,
and Yah
sir.
said, no, it's not time for it yet. It's not time for it yet, son. It's time for you, Yah, to work. Yah been working all along. Yah has not stopped working. And Yah knows, for they have made void your law. In our time, in his time, they was doing the same thing, right?
Yes, sir.
Oh, that old thing, it ain't no good no more. In his time, he's saying they was doing that back then. Back then. Oh, well, Yah said,
Yes,
oh, that's void.
Ain't
No,
nothing changed, Brother Country, but the year in technology.
Exactly. Verse 127. Therefore, I love your commandments. Who's Yah commanding? His servants. Are we his servants?
Yes, sir.
He said, if the servants of Yah obey Yah's commandments above gold and above fine gold, we need to esteem all Yah's precepts concerning all things to be right. And who would know better than the Creator who created all things and everything?
Ain't that the truth, brother? Ain't that the truth?
But we listen to man who has no hand in any of Yah's creation. That's why he says, I hate every false way. Because mankind will have you believing in the Big Bang and the theory of evolution. Praise Yah.
And they ain't created nothing.
They ain't creating nothing. And everything they say is false if they're not in line with the Most High. And everything that's right, Yah's commanding us to do. Are we willing and obedient? That's on us. That's on us.
That's on us, my brother.
Are we servants of Yah? Are we servants to the universal white race supremacy? who we serving.
By the looks of it, the vast majority of a universal white race supremacy service.
But that's the Stockholm syndrome. That's like looking at Patty Hearst, and that's you. Patty Hearst, what you doing? You robbing banks with the Symbionese Liberation Army. Your father's a billionaire. What the hell you doing, Patty Hearst? She's traumatized. She don't know what she's doing. She been kidnapped, brutalized,
just like we are,
smacked upside the head,
just
and she don't know where her roots and culture are. She robbing banks with the Symbionese Liberation Army, and her father got billions of dollars. Did she need to rob those banks with the Symbionese Liberation Army?
No, sir.
Do we need to be down with Babylon in order to be a rich people?
No, sir.
So we just like Patty Hearst.
Yes, sir.
Call us Patty Hearst. Patty Hearst. That's what we are.
I got a new name, Brother Cottrell. Patty Hearst and the Jim Jones of the world. Drinking the Kool-Aid. And talking about Brother Cottrell and I and Nasanya and other brothers and sisters like us, like we're the poison. But in reality, they're drinking the poison of the Jim Jones of this universe.
And was he a false way?
He's a false way.
And you're supposed to hate what? Every false way.
False way.
Okay. Yeah, so lessons learned. My mother told me
lesson learned.
You can learn from everybody what to do and what not to do. You ain't got to experience it for yourself.
Ain't that the truth, Brother Cottrell?
You got to experience it for yourself, Cottrell. You can learn from everybody what to do and what not to do.
Well, that's what most mothers tell their children.
I hope so.
But unfortunately, some of their children is hard-headed like I used to be. I don't know about you, Brother Cottrell, and I got a lot of deservedly whipping by, you know. And I tell people, my mama used to tell me, Brother Cottrell, and the Sonya fellow students, she said, "Boy, you better take an ex-fool's advice." Now I didn't know what Mama was talking about at that time, because I thought I was something special. Come to find out, I wasn't anything special at all. And now I said the very same thing that Mama used to tell me. Boy, you better take an ex-fool's advice. Y'all need to take an ex-fool's advice, okay? It ain't gonna work for you. It's gonna work on you. And Mama didn't tell no lie. Praise the Most High for mamas like that.
And the brothers that sang that song. Everybody plays the fool sometime.
No exception to the rule.
Okay.
Listen, baby.
The son, you gonna be over there resting.
I am.
We need that harmony, though. We need that harmony.
Oh, look at we brought her out of her sleep. Now the son you put in, you see, she studied. She on point. Thank you, Lasagna. Thank you, Brother Cottrell.
Yeah, man.
Fellow students.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Brother Cottrell.
So you emphasize the study of who we are. And this is why we need to study our great King Solomon, because he talks about wise men and fools, right?
Yes, sir.
And if everybody's playing the fool, we need to learn how to be wise.
Well, you know, King Salomo could say the very same thing I said. You better take an ex-fool's advice. Because King Salomo became a fool.
He was a fool. Come on.
Yeah, he was a fool, but he came back to reality.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. King Salomo and so many of those writings are telling you in this sense, you better take an ex-fool's advice.
Yep, because everybody criticizes him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you, Brother Cottrell. Thank you to Sonia. Thank you, fellow students. As promised, fellow students, Brother Cottrell concludes the studies tonight in the book of Devarim, chapter 10, the second pair of tablets that Moses gets to bring back to our people while they were down, after they were jumping, having a good time. Brother Cottrell, may the Most High continue to bless you, Lasagna, the fellow students, and the nation. Continue to give them wisdom, understanding, and humility. Hallelujah. Brother Cottrell, you have the mic.
Give them or give us?
Give us all, Brother Cottrell.
Yes. You ain't outside the nation, bro. I hope not.
Oh, a slip of the tongue. Thank you, Brother Cottrell. All of us.
Words are important, bro.
Exactly.
All praise to the Holy One of Israel for our great prophet, Moshe, who gives us his word in the book of Devarim, reminding the next generation of what Yah requires of our nation as us being his servants. In the 10th chapter of the book of Devarim, the words of Moshe, it says, at that time, Yah said to me, who? Moshe, hew thee out 2 tables of stone like unto the first. Y'all know what happened to the first, right?
Well, they threw him now.
Why?
Because
they was jumping,
jumping, partying like
singing over the
yeah. Over there. Yeah, he threw him at him. Like, what the hell y'all doing? And came unto me in the mount, and make thee an ark of wood. Did y'all catch that? Because they're looking for the Ark of the Covenant, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
But Moshe made an ark of wood before the Ark of the Covenant. Because they overlaid that Ark of the Covenant with gold, didn't they?
Mm-hmm.
So these first tablets of stone, he says, and I will write on the tablets of the words that were in the first tablets, which you wrote, and you shall put them in the ark. What ark?
The Ark of Wood.
That he's about to make an ark of wood. They're looking for the Ark of the Covenant now, right?
Exactly.
You know that famous movie, Raiders of the Lost Ark?
Mm-hmm.
And I made an ark of shittim wood. So prior to the Ark of the Covenant that was made by Bezalel, Moshe made an ark of wood and hewed 2 tablets of stone like unto the first, and went up into the mount, having 2 tablets in my hand. And he wrote on the tablets. Who wrote on the tablets?
Yah did.
According to the first writing, the 10 commandments. What 10 commandments? That he spoke. Yah spoke the first 10 commandments to the children of Israel because they wanted to hear Yah speak to them, right? Y'all remember that?
Exactly.
And what happened when Yah spoke that first 10 commandments? What happened?
They couldn't stand it, brother. They hid to their tents.
They asked Yah to stop, right? Do you know that there were 603 more to come? And they said, stop at 10.
Mm-hmm.
Which I spoke unto you, the first 10, not the 613 that he had lined up to tell you because you wanted to hear him speak. But he spoke the first 10 in the mount out of the midst of the fire in the day of the assembly, that you assemble yourselves and wanted to hear me speak. And Yah gave them unto me, and I turned myself and came down from the mount and put the tablets in the ark which I had made before the ark that Bezalel put together overlaid with gold. And there they be, as Yah commanded me. And the children of Israel took their journey from Bir Yoth of the children of Jaakan to Mosira. There Aaron died, and he was buried. And Eleazar, his son, ministered in the priest's office in his stead. In other words, he became the high priest because Eleazar was already a priest. From thence they journeyed to Gud-Gada, and from Gud-Gada to Yat-Bath, a land of river of waters. At that time, Yah separated the tribe of Lewi to bear the ark of the covenant of Yah, to stand before Yah to minister unto him, and to bless his name unto this day. Wherefore Lewi hath no part nor inheritance with his brethren. Yah is his inheritance according as Yah, your Elohim, promised him. And I stayed in the mount, according to the first time, 40 days and 40 nights. How many days in total?
80 days.
80 days. without food or water. Who can do that? And Yah hearkened unto me at that time also, and Yah will not destroy you. Why? Because Moses loved our people, even though they wasn't quite pleased with him. And Yah said unto me, rise, take your journey before the people, that they may go in and possess the land, which I swore unto their fathers to give them. So Yah's giving Moshe a timetable, because we're already on one side of the Jordan. Now it's time for them to take the other side of the Jordan to evacuate the Canaanites. And now Israel, which does Yah, what does Yah, your Elohim, require of you? What does Yah require of us? To fear Yah, your Elohim, number one. To walk in all his ways, number two. And to love him, number three. And to serve Yah, your Elohim, number four. Be a servant, which we just read in the book of Tehillim. Not just be a servant. Be a servant with what? All your heart and all your soul. You know why? Because your soul depends on Yah's salvation. And you have to keep the commands. They say commandments, the commands. Yah's a general. He's the head of the nation. What he commands us to do as servants of Yah, we have to do what? Keep the commandments of Yah, his statutes, which Yah commands us this day for your own good. For our own good, we have to be good servants. Behold, the heavens and the heavens of heavens. What? Tell a Christian that, yeah, there's heaven, but there are heavens of heavens. Which one you going to? The earth also, with all that is therein. And who put every... Yes, sir.
Brother Cottrell, here's one statement that it did make. When you said the heavens of heavens,
right?
It says this in conjunction with that. It says, excuse me, indeed, heaven of the highest heaven belong to Yah. They belong to Yah. You ain't invited there.
No.
Thank you, Brother Cottrell.
No. Which one you going to if he invited you there? The heavens of heavens? We in the universe, we think that's it. They talk about multiverses, and guess what? They right on point. Because this universe we in, if y'all's talking about the heavens of heavens, they say there's more galaxies in the universe than there are grains of sand on planet Earth. When we talk about deserts and beaches and dust in your house, what are you talking about? There's more galaxies in the universe than there are grains of sand on planet Earth? And every galaxy got billions of stars, right? Billions of stars. So it's just mind-boggling how expansive the heavens and the heavens of heavens are. They can't even wrap their mind around it. Praise Yah. These scientists who think they know everything. I'm lost. What verse am I in? Oh, 14.
Yeah, stanza, verse,
14,
let me see.
15.
Yeah, 14.
I'm going to go back over 14. So all you Christian brothers and sisters, the heaven, which I think y'all going to, and the heavens of heavens is Yah, your Elohim. The earth also, with all that is therein. Only Yah had delight in your fathers to love them. Who did Yah love?
He loved us.
Huh?
He loved us.
He loved Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. It said, only Yah had a delight in who? Your fathers. He ain't talking about the Israelites that came after them, because they was kind of like knuckleheads. Our fathers is Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, which is why y'all made everlasting covenants with them, right?
Exactly.
Y'all delighted in our fathers, and he loved them. He loved Abraham. He loved Isaac, and he loved our father Yaakov. And he chose their seed after them. Are we their seed after them?
You better believe it.
Are the Ashkenaz their seed after them?
I don't know nothing about them.
Even you. Y'all wonder why people hate us above all people. All people hear this. And all people say, y'all chose your niggas above us. What other people say? Y'all chose your niggas above us.
Basically, for all intents and purposes.
That's why they hate us.
That's
but
why
we
you
don't
gotta
know
study,
why.
Brother Cottrell.
Because we trying to show love. We trying to show love to everybody. We don't hate y'all. We ain't like y'all. They hate us because the creator of the heaven and earth chose us, even you, Israel. But do we value each other?
That's the problem.
Yes, it is the problem. Because we don't have the paradigm of us that Yah has. Yah said, all the creation that I created man, you, Israel, the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, I love above all the people that I created. You talk about an artist, the master artist. When an artist says, this is my favorite work right here, this is my favorite piece of art right here, how you going to argue with him? He's the artist, right?
Exactly.
So, okay, so he chose us as it is this day. He's commanding us what we need to do. Circumcise, therefore, the foreskin of your heart and be no more stiff-necked. Who he talking to?
Talking to us, stop being stubborn.
Who he talking to?
Talking to us, brother, stop being stubborn.
We got that privilege with Yah, and yet we stubborn and stiff-necked.
Mm-hmm.
He chose us above all people on the earth. And we do better than all people on the earth. Quiet as it is told, we do better. I don't think they would have cracked under the pressure that we have been under for 400 plus years. He does execute judgment of the fatherless and the widow. Do we have single mother homes right now?
Yes, we do. Quite a bit.
And that's because of social engineering and conditioning, right?
Yes, sir. Brother Cottrell, if you will you go back up to verse 17?
Yes. For Yah, your Elohim, is Elohim of gods. I'm gonna read it how they got it. For the Lord your God is God of gods and Lord of lords, a great God, a mighty and a terrible, which regardeth not persons nor takes reward. So when they say, for your God is God of gods, what are they talking about? Do you know that the Most High created all the powers that exist? He created it. He created the sun. He created the moon. He created the stars. He created the angels, right?
Yeah, so whatever you choose to worship, the Most High created it.
And there are gods. There are powers. The sun has power, doesn't it?
It certainly does.
What kind of power does the sun have?
It warms you up.
Oh, it does more than that.
A whole lot of things.
It causes the vegetables that we eat to grow, doesn't it?
That don't mean you're supposed to be worshiping it, Brother Cottrell.
It gives you vitamin D to enhance your body, doesn't it?
That don't mean you're supposed to be worshiping it, Brother Cottrell.
It gives you light that you can see what's all around you, doesn't it?
That don't mean you're supposed to be worshiping it, Brother Cottrell.
So the sun has power. Do people worship the sun?
You better believe it.
Because it what?
The sun
has
god.
It has powers. The sun has powers. Does the moon have powers?
Yes, sir, it does.
I was just about to say that I had a friend that, well, not a friend, she was someone that we knew, a neighbor, and she said she moon bathes.
What kind of power does the moon have? I wonder if y'all know. What kind of power does the moon have? Do you know that the moon controls the waters on the earth?
Gravitation.
Do you know that the moon controls the menstrual cycles of women on the earth?
You don't want to worship it. I know you women don't want to worship it.
No.
Y'all not hearing me.
Yeah, it
What
controls
powers do the moon have?
It was so bright one night we was driving, we didn't hardly need headlights.
No.
It's the light. It's the light that rules by night. Right?
That don't mean we worship it.
No.
And you talking about a rock in the sky.
That the Most High created.
You're talking about a rock in the sky that has powers.
The God of all gods.
Yeah. A rock in the sky that has powers over the bodies of not just the women on planet Earth, but of animal species. Animal species.
Brother, if you look at some of these jokers out here, it's controlling some of them too.
My mother was a nurse, right? Mm-hmm. And she worked in Bellevue Hospital. I don't know if y'all know about Bellevue.
I know about Bellevue.
Bellevue. My mother was a nurse in Bellevue Hospital. And she said, son, every new moon, you see the craziest things. That's why they call people that go crazy, what they call them? Lunatics.
Lunar ticks.
Lunatic.
Good one. Lunar ticks.
Lunatics. What influence is the moon having on you? And you know, they make mad movies about werewolves, right? They come out on the full moon. So they know the moon got powers. But we're talking about a rock in the sky that has powers.
But you're supposed to be worshiping it.
Right. So for Yah, your Elohim is power of powers. Yah of lords, Lord of lords. A great power, a mighty and terrible, which regards not person nor taketh reward. You can't bribe Yah. Like the Epstein trial and judges that's involved and politics that's involved. They be bribing each other, right? He does execute the judgment of the fatherless and the widow. And many fatherless people and widows are crying out to the Most High spiritually and loves the stranger and giving him food and raiment. Because
Brother Kachi, and that's what our brothers need to understand, our sisters. Y'all don't hate every nation.
No.
Stop
and
hating
every
every
nation ain't doing what the oppressors do.
Right. Y'all don't hate every nation.
And there's a lot of nations suffering under the oppression of universal white race supremacy, right?
You better believe it, and the evidence speaks for itself.
Not just Israelites, because we scattered, but there's nations under this domination of universal white race supremacy that is suffering. And y'all sees them too.
Native Americans in this very land, Brother Cartier, cast on reservation.
There you go.
Is treated, abused, and dominated. Children sent to Catholic schools. Wives in the community inundated with trauma, high diabetes, alcoholism, domestic violence. Yes, a whole lot of it. Not specifically in these United States of America.
And I got a question for you, Anso.
Yes.
Are they more spiritual than universal white racial supremacists?
Yes, they are.
So they got hope, don't they?
Yes.
Because they do trust in the Creator, don't they?
Yes.
Unlike the universal white racist supremacists that oppress them and rob them and have killed them and murdered them and spilled their blood, right?
Well, they didn't know it was Yah. They call it the Great Spirit.
Right. So
they didn't believe in a lot of gods. They believe in the Great Spirit.
These are the same people that y'all's talking about.
Yes.
Don't you know?
Strangers.
Yeah, they are the strangers. Mohawk, Cherokee, Cheyenne, Blackfoot, Seminole, Aztec, Inca, Mayan. They ain't know what hit them, did they?
No. And it's only applicable, brothers and sisters, to this nation. And there's a whole lot more university all over the universe that universal white race supremacy has mistreated, abused, and dominated, and sometimes killed.
Worldwide,
Okay?
every continent.
Worldwide.
Worldwide, every continent. Right?
Certainly.
Verse 19. Love you, therefore, the stranger. Who are you talking to?
He's talking to us. He's
What we
telling
supposed to do?
us stop hating on everybody.
There
But
you
he's
go.
telling us some people you got to love. I know, love yourself. You ain't got to love universal white race supremacy, but there's some nations just like you been mistreated, abused, dominated, and killed, and so on and so forth, just like these Native Americans, these United States of America.
And who created the stranger to Israel?
Y'all did.
And Yah's testing us on how we do what?
How we treat the stranger.
Okay, you in the
How we
gold
love
star.
the stranger.
Yeah, so you in the gold star.
Yes.
Do we treat the stranger well in our neighborhoods as a people?
Well, we need to if we don't.
We accept everybody. We ain't Ku Klux
Yes.
Klan, neo-Nazis. You can't move in our neighborhood unless you black and whatever. No, everybody comes into our hood, don't they?
Yes.
Because
We
we
show 'em
welcome
love.
them with open arms, don't we?
We show them love.
Yeah. No reason to hate. That's in our DNA. Who we hating, Yamsu? As
We
a
hate
people.
universal white race supremacy.
That's it. Why? Because they hate us. And that's only natural, right?
Hey,
You
ain't
hate
nothing
those
wrong with
that
it,
hate
brother.
you.
Ain't nothing
We-
wrong with it.
We not fools. You hate us, we hate you.
Exactly.
What's up?
Well, don't expect for Young Sue to get on national TV, not one of you, of a universal white race supremacy, mistreat, kill, and abuse my people. I'm not
Well,
going to get
right.
on that TV talking I'm going to forgive you.
But how
Okay,
about
I'm not
other
doing it.
people? But how about other
Well-
people? Do we hate
Well,
hate
yeah.
them?
I can get on national TV and I can cry for the Choctaws. I can cry for the Cheyennes. I can show the Blackfeet some love. Okay, I can do that.
It's the Blackfoot. Don't say Blackfeet, man. Come on.
Blackfoot.
They ain't the Blackfeet. They the Blackfoot.
I was the Blackfoot.
And that ain't no Southern thing, bro. Don't use that as an excuse. But yeah,
You got it, brother. Blackfoot.
yeah. We ain't supposed to hate like universal white race supremacy. Hates everybody except themselves. That's their pride.
back-
That's their arrogancy. That's their evil way.
Well, they hate each other sometimes, but they'll
Oh,
stop
yeah.
hating each
Oh.
other.
Oh,
They'll
have
stop
mercy.
hating each other. Get your butt toes.
Do they hate each
They'll
other?
stop a war with each other
Yo.
to get your butt in pocket.
Listen, they got
Okay.
so much hatred inside themselves. It kills them, which is why they build up the military industrial complex, which is why there's more guns in America than people. We ain't supposed to be on that path. That's not our path.
That ain't our
That
way.
path
That's their
alone.
way.
Yeah, y'all's way is our way. And the stranger, what Donald Trump doing to the stranger?
Trying to ship them back over across the border.
Y'all
As a
said
matter of
love
fact,
the stranger.
the very one here when they came here was on this side of the border. They trying to ship them back on the other side of the border. They were here before they came here. Now they're trying to ship them back on the other side of the border.
And this is the problem with our people because we love the stranger too much, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
We love the stranger more than we love ourselves.
That's the problem. Ain't nothing wrong with loving a stranger, but you need to love one another. Much more than that.
So, y'all said for you are strangers in the land of Mizraim, which means you're supposed to empathize with people that are strangers. We're supposed to have mercy like Yah does with us. We can't be hard and arrogant and prideful and hateful. Yah's telling us how we're supposed to be. Love the stranger? That's peculiar to us, isn't it, right now? Love the stranger. Y'all created them too, didn't he?
It's a good thing.
Huh?
That's a good thing.
Y'all created them too. And we see how universal white racism is treating them. And it's not a good look, is it?
It's real ugly, Brother Cottrell. It's real ugly.
Give me 1 second, because Brother Moshe is calling me. 1 second.
Okay.
Shalom, shalom.
Shalom, shalom. Can you tell me what chapter and verse that they was talking about the moon going dark? I mean the sun going dark.
That's Joel 2 and Isaiah 13.
Joel 2 and Isaiah 13.
Yeah, you caught me in the middle of our class.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, Moshe, the son you're not saying, we love him.
You heard that? Yeah, he hung up. That was my phone.
Okay, no problem.
So where am I at? I'm lost, man.
You're at
Some direction.
19, brother.
19.
Uh-huh.
He said, "Love Israel, therefore the stranger. For you are strangers in the land of Mizraim. You shall fear Yah your Elohim. Him shall you serve." Does that make us servants?
Yes, sir, it does.
That's why we need to measure ourselves up against Psalms 119, right?
Exactly.
If you're not measuring up to Psalms 119,
You're not servants.
you're not serving Yah. And to him shall you cleave. Cleave to who?
To the Most High Yah.
And swear by his name. Y'all wants us to make vows to him. Pledge allegiance. Y'all pledge allegiance to the flag? No. Pledge your allegiance as a servant to the Most High. What they teach our children in school. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands. Really? What are we supposed to be swearing?
To Yah.
Allegiance to Yah's name.
But them little children don't sound like you sound, Cottrell.
What?
Them little children, they don't sound like they say, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. That's how they say it.
And to the republic for which it stands, the Greco-Roman Empire. Pledging allegiance to the Greco-Roman Empire?
Basically, for all intents and purposes.
You got your children in school doing that. They go to assembly. They make them stand up and pledge allegiance to the flag. When you pledge allegiance, it's a vow. And you're making your children vow allegiance to the Greco-Roman Empire. And we sanction it, right? We send them, go ahead, little Johnny, little Stevie.
Truth be told.
Swear by his name. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Most Christians don't even know Yah's name. Not only do they know not Yah's name, but they should be what? Swearing by Yah's name. If you are a servant of Yah, you should be swearing by Yah's name, right?
Exactly.
He is your praise. Who's our praise?
Yah.
When we praise Yah, he praises us. When we praise Yah, he praises us. When we praise Yah, he praises us. See how that works? He is your power. He is your Elohim. What greater power is there than that?
None.
That have done for you, his servant, these great and terrible things which your eyes have seen. He ain't doing that for nobody else. Is he?
No, he isn't.
If we serve him properly, what will he do for us? Great and terrible things. Your fathers went down to Mizraim with 70 persons, 70 people. And now Yah Your power has made you as the stars of heaven for a multitude. Couldn't even count them. Can y'all do that?
You've done that, Brother Cottrell. We like baby kids.
Yeah. Even though with family planning, they got in our neighborhoods to get our women to tie their tubes and commit abortions and all that. Family planning, Planned Parenthood, something like that.
Parenthood.
But we are multiplying more than they are, and they know it. And y'all is gonna make that manifest worldwide. You can worry about America, but we scattered to the four corners, and Israel is gonna be here whether they like it or not. So we give thanks to our Creator, our Master, our King, and with that, y'all give us understanding to understand that we're His servants, and we need to know how to serve y'all properly. Praise y'all.
Great job. Fellow students, I'll land back on what Brother Cottrell was studying on. So much to the extent I need say no more. And I'm putting I'm putting it back to rest. Lasagna is not going to say anything. She may say shalom to the knights, but she's not going to say anything. But Brother Cottrell, any additional comments and commentary?
No, sir.
Thank you, Brother Cottrell. Fellow students, nope. Let me conclude the studies for the night on these formations of these so-called religions. The challenge of Islam by the creation of Islam. In 570, a child named Muhammad was born. Eventually, he became a caravan trader, like many in Mecca. He must have come in contact with so-called Jewish community. I don't know what that is. Involved in regional trade as well as with Christian monasteries along the caravan routes of Arabia. Thus, we may presume that Muhammad was familiar with so-called Jewish and Christian faiths, possibly their scriptures. Muhammad married a wealthy woman named Khadijah, but became uncomfortable with the primitive idolatry of his tribe. He remembered that his grandfather had often retreated to a cave in the hills of Jebel or Nur to meditate. In 6010, that was where Muhammad had his first revelations from God, communicated through the angel Gabriel. Yes, Brother Cottrell.
They didn't mention that Khadijah was an Israelite.
That's where he got familiar. That's why he brings up Gabriel, the angel.
Khadijah,
thank you for
Prophet
pointing that
Muhammad
out.
was an Israelite.
Thank you for pointing that out, Brother Cottrell.
Yes, sir.
And he was familiar with Gabriel. So he had some ideas, Brother Cottrell mentioned, until the Most High word by reference of his wife. And other relevant, other revelations, excuse me, are recorded in the Holy Quran, the scripture of Islam. Muhammad followed his calling to become a prophet. Faced with fierce opposition from pagan tribes, he led his followers out of Mecca to create an Islamic community, Yathrib, soon named Medina. The date of his journey, the Hajjah, in 622, is reckoned in the year 1 in the Muslim calendar, with Medina as their base. Muhammad expanded his reach until 6030. All of Arabia was unified under the banner of Islam. Struggle over succession when Muhammad died. Following the year, Muhammad made a pilgrimage from Medina to Mecca. In the Kaaba, a pagan shrine, not solely devoted to Allah, tracing the route of the Hajjah to millions of Muslims follow to this day. But the Prophet Muhammad was already ailing. He died in June 632, without designating a clear line of succession. The result was a power struggle between two groups: the original Meccans, who had fled with Muhammad, to Medina during the Hajjah of 622, led by Muhammad's father-in-law, Abu Bakr, and a Medina faction, the Asa of Heppers, led by Muhammad's cousin and son-in-law, Ali. The Meccans will become the tradition Sunni. You heard of Sunni and the Shiites, right? These Muslims will become the Sunni of the Prophet, while the Medina group will be identified as supporters of Ali, a Shiite. Today, the great, sometimes violent schism between Sunnis and Shiites continue, and it certainly does. The Islamic conquest. In 632, the Mecca faction prevailed and established a dynastic line of Khalifah. Our representatives, beginning with the Abu Bakr, 632 to 634, and continued with Umar bin al-Khattab, 634 to 644. It was Umar who launched the Islamic conquest into the Byzantine and the Persian realms in February 638. Legend tells Umar dismounted from his white camel and walked into the city of Jerusalem. Not a single person with arms, and Jerusalem became a Muslim city. A scant 20 years after Muhammad's death, the Islamic Empire stretched from northern Africa to Iran, from what is today Morocco. Muslim army poured into Visigoth, Spain, defeated its king and pushing north into Frankish Gaul, France. Terrified by the seemingly unstoppable Muslim advance, communities in Gaul, Germany, coalesced around the Christian churches, the monasteries. Suddenly, Christianity represented not only faith and clarity, but also security, universal white race supremacy. Basically, the Islamic conquest had the unintended effect of shaping Christian centers with indigenous European character, universal white race supremacists. Charlemagne's victory. At last, the King of France, Charles Martel, 718 to 741, checked the Islamic armies at the Battle of Poitiers in France. But it was left to the great rulers of the era, King Charles, the Great Charlemagne, to drive the Muslim back into Spain. There, the Umayyad Caliphates, that's why they always talk about caliphates, initiated a period of cultural prosperity and interfaith. They collaborated, the Christians and the Muslims. Collaboration known as Second Convivencia came in meanwhile, extending his reach across all of France and part of Germany. In 800, he was crowned Holy Royal Emperor by the Pope, the Christian Pope, Pope Leo II, a hereditary title that would be much coveted by European kings in the centuries to come. These popes gave him a title. They all want to be part of the title. The great universal white race supremacy of that time. As far as Muhammad was concerned, truth be told, Ishmael wanted his portion when Abraham chose his son Isaac. Ishmael never forgot it. So he tried to plagiarize and come up with something new by way of Islam to push his interest into the universe. And he tried to push his interests, but the universal white race supremacy got together and they put a stop to it, just like they're doing now. because they wanted to be the head people in charge, which they are not. And certainly, if you know history, so-called Jews, our brother Edom, he wants to take what he thinks to be his rightful place. That's why the Britons and the Americans brought them into charge again in our land in 1948. That's why they say they are Jewish, because there's no certain thing as a Jew in our nation. What there are in our nation are 12 tribes, and one of the tribes being Yehuda. So I don't know where they get this Jewish thing. But there's the interplay with universal white race supremacy, the conspiracy, and our brother Esau, the conspiracy, and our other brother Ishmael, the conspiracy continues. That's why it's an imperative, students, as the writers suggested, inferred, and implied, that you know Yah, you study Yah's commandment, and you get some understanding, you get some light, because otherwise you'll be totally confused about it. Praise Yah and bless his holy name. On the contrary, any comments in the commentaries?
We know that Yah's light is created to wisdom and understanding.
Yes.
And we being his servants in the midst of all the conspiracies that's going on with our brother Esau, brother Ishmael, we see they have taken part in trying to claim that firstborn's right. So Ishmael is doing what he does through Islam, and Esau is doing what he's doing through Judaism. And Jewish people will never tell you that they Israelites. And our brother Ishmael, he has to pay a price for what he done to the nation of Israel by his participation in the conspiracy to try to get the blessing of Abraham. But you can see Ishmael, his hand is against every man, and every man is against his, because he don't fear nobody, and he's moving in the earth like, you know, he has that right as a firstborn. So everything you read about Muhammad, that's Ishmael trying to take back the perceived birthright, being the firstborn son of Abraham.
Exactly.
Praise Yah.
Praise Yah. Thank you, Brother Cartier. Fellow students, Lasanya, my Esau, has taken a rest out. But that being said, she's still at a post, as you can see by way of our comments in the commentary. She couldn't let it go. As a husband, I just told my Esau, take a break today, take some time off. Now you see how that you can't tell women nothing. You see how that works out. But she done her due diligence. See, there she go. But she, what's that, Lasanya?
I said, okay.
Whatever. But you can see she's done her due diligence, moral obligation as a daughter of Zion. Why? Because she loved the Most High with all her heart, mind, soul, and her brothers and sisters as herself. And that's the reason why my Esau and my wife came up when I asked her to take her a break. She couldn't help herself because her love for Yah and her love for her nation, as all daughters of Zion should be doing to some extent, in some shape, form, or fashion. Having zeal and motivation as my Esau does, Miss Simon. And we're very appreciative of it. Brother Carter and I, on the other hand, student teachers, brothers, elders, we never stop studying. We leave no stone unturned, no leaf unturned, no T uncrossed, no I undotted. Why? Because we're not negligent in the studies for our soul's sake. We're not negligent in the studies for your sake. Why? Because Brother Cartier, the son and I, we love the Most High with all our heart, mind, soul, and strength. We want to know all the way. We want to get understanding. We want you to know all the way and get understanding. And our brothers and sisters as ourselves. And should be. And certainly we love strangers too. We want you to know all you can and then more. We want you to be inclined to stop taking people at face value. Don't trust me. Don't trust Yum Suf. You trust the Most High. You do your due diligence, more obligation by virtue of your own studies. Keep studying. Don't neglect your study. As Brother Katra and the son I don't. You should not either. You see, brothers and sisters and strangers, the Most High for yourself specifically can work in this regard. You have to investigate the Most High. You have to meditate on the Most High. You got to study the Most High. And study and study and study. You got to trust in the Most High. You have to rely on the Most High. You must allow the Most High Word to be your lights for your feet and your pathways. And the Most High Word, Yah Word alone. Praise Yah. If you do that, brothers and sisters, the Most High Word will work for you. Because the Most High Word is going to work for this universe no matter what you think, how you think. But for you individually, students, the Most High Word works for you specifically if you work it. Put it to work. Praise Yah and bless His holy name. Now I will ask my dear brother and friend, well, I would say shalom and good night. Now I ask my dear brother and friend, Brother Katra, to close us out. And I'm going to let my Isha and Sonia get her some rest. Brother Katra, fellow students, Sonia, I'm humbly honored to be able to offer these instructions to you by way of the Most High Word. And may the Most High continue to bless each of you. You strangers, the nation, all of us. Praise Yah and bless His holy name. Hallelujah. Brother Katra, will you close it out?
Before I close you out, Yam Suf, I got a thought.
Yes.
The Most High has chosen us to be His servants.
Yes.
And you ain't got to put in an application for a job like we do have to do with these corporations. The Most High has already given us a job to be His servants. It's up to us to find out what the job entails, what's required. We ain't put in an application. Yah has already chosen us to be His servants. And we need to find out what the job entails, because it's a job that's exclusive. Everybody can't get this job. We are privileged as a nation, as a people, to have this job.
Hallelujah.
So, to know what the job requires and what our employee is requiring of us, that's why we do these studies, because the whole nation of Israel needs to know. Yah's already employing us. We His servants. What are the job requirements? Praise Yah.
Praise Yah. Thank you, Brother Katra. Thank you, fellow students. Sonia, when Brother Katra, I wave and show our faces. Will you please show your beautiful and lovely faces to the nation also? May the Most High bless you. Shalom and good night.
Oh, oh. Somebody calling my name. I went down to see. Heard a little small voice calling down at me. How you
not wisdom call, and understanding put forth her voice? In the top of high places, by the way, where the paths meet, she stands. Beside the gates at the entry of the city, at the coming in at the doors, she cries aloud, unto you, O men, I call, and my voice to the sons of men. O ye thoughtless, understand prudence, and ye fools, be ye of an understanding heart. Hear, for I will speak excellent things, and the opening of my lips shall be right things. What could I do? Wisdom calling me over here, over there. Seems like everywhere. In your heart, in the night, in your heart, ooh yeah. In the night, I just can't do without it. I can't do without it. Calling me, yeah, it's all been on my mind. Can't do without it. Can't do without of his works of old. I was set up from everlasting from the beginning, or ever the earth was. The fear of Yah is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the all-holy is understanding. For by me thy days shall be multiplied, and the years of thy life shall be increased. That's all that's been on my mind. Can't do without it. No. Can't do without it. Can't do without it. Can't do without it. And that's all that's been on. Oh, wisdom. Oh, yeah. Said I want you. Now therefore, I need you. Ye children, hearken unto me. Stay with me. For happy are they that keep my ways. Hear instruction and be wise, and refuse it not. Happy is the man that hearkeneth to me, watching daily at my gates, waiting at the posts of my doors. For whoso findeth me findeth life, and obtaineth favor of Yah. But he that misseth me wrongeth his own soul. All they that hate me love death. Love death. Love death.